The New England Patriots made another move in their defense, something that caught me a bit by surprise. Let's analyze this in the first part of our conversation. Next, there's a lot of interest surrounding a possible trade involving one particular player. But what if he were traded to a specific team? Would that really be a viable option? We'll discuss that as well. If you're preparing for the 2025 NFL season and are excited about more player highlights, feel free to share your enthusiasm in the comments below, and let's dive deeper into this topic. In this unexpected development, the Patriots matched a one-year offer worth $4.8 million. However, what's even more interesting is that they actually enhanced the deal by securing him for 2 years. While the exact amount is still somewhat undefined, I found it particularly noteworthy that they decided to match the offer, especially given that they had already signed several linebackers. One player served as a valuable depth piece last season, stepping in when a starter got injured and performing admirably. He certainly earned a strong reputation both in the locker room and on the field. This leads me to question why the decision-makers believed it was the best choice to bring this player back after so many defensive acquisitions. It's important to highlight that, at this point, the Patriots are not lacking options at the linebacker position. Apparently, most of their recent signings during this free agency period have focused on offensive tackles, linebackers, and backup quarterbacks. They seem to be constantly strengthening their defensive core. Reviewing all the transactions the Patriots have made so far, it's quite surprising to see them bring back a player from another team after already securing their top tackler for the upcoming season. In addition, they brought in a pass rusher. Another unexpected addition also came alongside a player. It's been interesting to follow the moves made so far, which makes it remarkable that they were able to bring this player back after already securing the top tackler. The acquisition of a pass rusher to reinforce that position was another noteworthy move. One player surprised many, and now a linebacker has been signed for 2 more years. Technically, this move wasn't crucial since there are plenty of players available to strengthen this depth. However, many have questioned whether adding this player was really necessary, considering the other players on roster. Overall, with someone like this player, the answer is yes. He has built a solid reputation both on and off the field, and I really value the level of energy and aggressiveness he brings to every game. Not to mention, he managed an interception last season at a time when the team was struggling to generate turnovers. He performed consistently, even during the more challenging periods for the team. Additionally, some information has been shared regarding the decision to sign this player and match another team's offer, given that he is a good-sized athlete entering his 4th season in the league. The team sees him as an ascending player with good speed and still has his best football ahead of him. Last season, he started 5 games and accumulated a total of 72 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 5 passes defended, and an interception. Therefore, this decision is not just about depth for the upcoming season. The logic behind offering an extension, in addition to matching the offer, is based on the belief that they found a real gem in this player. He had the opportunity to assess the market and received an offer from a rival team. However, a coach recognized the potential he has and what he can develop in the future. As highlighted, the coach mentioned in his press conference that he is looking for good individuals, strong leaders, and talented athletes. Being a former defensive player, I believe he has a strategy in mind for this player. On the other hand, I can't say the same level of confidence about other athletes. While I'm excited to imagine a future with these 2 aggressive players, one raises some concerns due to the fact that he missed the entire season after playing only 2 games before getting injured. The other has also made some comments about. Let's analyze the situation with Galani Tavi and Juwan Bentley. There's an interest in imagining a future with these 2 athletes, but Juwan Bentley raises some doubts since he missed the entire 2024 season after playing just 2 games due to injury. Meanwhile, Galani Tavi made some remarks about the fans at the end of the season, which might not sit well with Mike Vrabel. The future of either of them remains uncertain, and a decision might be made around the first day of June. But there's certainly 2 players worth paying attention to as the linebacker position continues to evolve. Speaking of this position, it's time to assess it. Give it a grade, which could be A, B, C, D, or F. There are several new names, such as Ellis, Spillane, Landry, and Jason, who bring fresh skills ready to be utilized. Share your thoughts on the overall state of the linebacker unit. However, we cannot forget the offense, even though the team doesn't seem to have been very active in the current NFL trade window, which has only just begun. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Joe Milton, who might be at the center of trade speculations related to our backup quarterback. After Josh Dobbs was signed in a somewhat surprising move on the first day of negotiations, Milton ended up becoming the immediate backup. There's some intriguing interest that has been mentioned, suggesting that a few teams are exploring the possibility of trading for Joe Milton. One to keep an eye on is the Dallas team, which is looking for a young, promising backup and might not find what they need in the NFL draft, which could lead them to consider a trade. However, it's important to note that at no point has it been stated that the Dallas team is definitely interested. The suggestion was that they are a team to monitor, speculating about a potential interest in Joe Milton. This speculation, however, seems a bit unfounded. It raises questions about the likelihood of the Dallas team making a trade for a backup quarterback, considering they already have the highest-paid quarterback in the league, along with the highest-paid wide receiver. Given Jerry Jones' reputation for being economical, it's hard to imagine he would reach out to make an offer that meets or exceeds the current expectations. It's somewhat surprising to consider a trade for a backup quarterback when the team already has the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL and the highest-paid wide receiver. This becomes even more apparent when thinking about Jerry Jones, known for his economical approach. It's hard to believe he would contact the team to make an offer that they want, or even something more than that, which currently includes a third-round pick for a player like Joe Milton. Jerry is already struggling to pay the athletes currently on the roster, making the comparison of a situation with a possible trade involving the Dallas team and Joe Milton somewhat unrealistic. It's possible that other teams are interested, although I can't specify which ones, but I would suggest that the New Orleans team could be a more appropriate candidate to trade for someone like Chris Olave. When considering a player like Milton, one reason Dallas might be interested is his affordability. He's a backup in his second year, but has considerable potential. He has the physical traits and strength that could allow him to become a reliable backup and, who knows, a future starting quarterback when Dak retires. However, Joe Milton hasn't had many opportunities to show what he can do in a real NFL context, except for a win in the 18th week against the Buffalo Bills second string, which was an impressive performance. Despite attracting some trade interest, there's been no statement from the Dallas team so far. The team is looking for draft options, preferably third-round picks, and possibly fourth or fifth if that's the best alternative available. It hasn't been stated that they're seeking player-for-player trades. So, would Jerry consider this move? Before we get into a trade proposal, I'd like to ask everyone, do you think a trade for Joe Milton should be made? If yes, type T for trade. If you think he should be kept, type K for keep. Personally, I lean towards T, given the possibility of securing something valuable for Milton, potentially involving another player in a trade. I'll explore this topic further soon. I believe the Patriots might consider a trade involving Milton, which could include trading a player. We'll discuss that soon, but first, it's worth noting that T-shirts are really popular right now, especially with the heat rising each day. There's a website offering 2 T-shirts for $35 with a $25 discount and free shipping for now. It's a good idea to grab them while sizes are still available. I have a blue T-shirt and a long-sleeve white one, and both would look great. A well-known website suggested a possible trade of Micah Parsons to the Patriots, offering a significant amount of draft picks and Joe Milton. I think this proposal is exaggerated. There's not much to discuss in the third week of free agency, but here's what's been suggested, and it's a viable idea, though not entirely absurd. The proposal involves Micah Parsons with the New England Patriots and a 5-year contract worth $25 million, which is what he truly deserves. However, would this be a burden for the Patriots? No, this responsibility would fall to another team. In return, the team would receive a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a fifth-round pick all this year. For 2026, a first-round pick, and in 2027, a third-round pick along with Joe Milton. The reason this isn't entirely absurd is that this is the amount needed to get a player of Micah Parsons' caliber. However, it's completely crazy to think the Patriots would give up so many resources in a rebuilding year, especially with the 4th overall pick in hand. They still need a wide receiver and an offensive lineman, while continuing to strengthen the defense during free agency. I don't believe the Patriots would make such an offer, even if this amount might be necessary. In a rebuilding year, with the 4th overall pick, there are still gaps to fill like a wide receiver and an offensive lineman. The intention to strengthen the defense remains constant every day in free agency. The likelihood of a significant offer from the Patriots seems low. While a considerable deal is needed to secure Micah Parsons, it's still unclear if he's actually available for trade. My intuition tells me no, as reports indicate that the team and Parsons are in talks for an extension, with him showing a willingness to stay with the current team. It's known that the general manager tends to be cautious when compensating players, but I have the impression that he will end up rewarding Micah Parsons, just like he did with other athletes. As for a trade involving Joe Milton, I don't expect it to be something elaborate. I don't foresee the need to give up 6 draft picks and a quarterback. My expectation is that a possible trade would be Joe Milton for a 3rd-round pick at most. The team might show interest, but probably only for a 5th-round pick or perhaps a 5th and a 6th. Moreover, the 4th overall pick is crucial to improving our offense in the next draft, so I would avoid this trade. However, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Would you accept trading 5 draft picks for Micah Parsons now, including a 1st, a 2nd, and a 5th-round pick this year? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I would appreciate hearing your opinions in the comments below. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A shocking video surfaced recently that has sent waves through the NFL world. Kyle Duggar, a star safety for the New England Patriots, appears to hint at a major conflict brewing within the locker room. In a candid, yet cryptic message, Duggar allegedly expressed his unwillingness to continue playing alongside rookie quarterback Drake Maye. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.